shouldn't be too bad. Focus on your mission, my friend. You've returned. Good. Tell me what you found. Parts of Aurelian. Then... it cannot be a coincidence. We've received a report from Ranger Davin. The breach outside the repository of knowledge appears to be... changing. Wild mutations appear to be spreading from the breach. The very landscape of the portal has changed. Needless to say, I am... concerned. Go to the repository and investigate this anomaly. If we're lucky, perhaps it can be stabilized without incident. The Seekers, Skylight, and I are all counting on you. There. What a strange sight. You'll need to enter to learn anything substantial. Ready yourself. Wayfinder, are you unharmed? I nearly lost sight of you. Our connection. Something here is very wrong. This place. It's as if Aurelian itself is falling apart. And the creatures here. Not only remnants, but threats from the mines, twisted and malformed. move out of chaos. Victoria, there may be hope of stabilizing the area.
Huh. You shouldn't have pushed me!
Disrupting the connection.
absent. This may be worse than we feared. I think I sense more of these further in. Keep moving. Careful, Wayfinder. This creature is tied to the chaos. Perhaps this manifestation has somehow consumed the ashes. We must destroy it. Still seems to have calmed for the moment, and the creature's left behind some sort of trail. Take it with you, but don't linger. Escaped. Good. I fear our work is far from over. That place. It seemed Aurelian itself was somehow falling apart. It's possible this is the natural progression of places lost within the gloom. It is a force threaded with chaos, after all. But for even the lost zones to be collapsing...
Astute, if not crude observations. Unsurprising. Your intellect is derived from my own, of course, though you remain a pale imitation. I am, as always, the first.
You! I should have known.
Compose yourself. We are short on time. I attempted to contact your Wayfinder within Aurelian's unraveling halls, but the chaos would not allow it until they finished their work.
You are caged within the repository. You shouldn't be able to contact us, even now.
Think on it a moment. I'll wait.
Mind your tongue. If I am correct, the portions of the monastery lost within the gloom are unraveling. Their very structure, their reality, dissolving into the chaos of the void. With the boundaries between realities collapsing, you've managed to reach beyond your sanctum. But you're trapped in a sinking ship. You need us.
Wrong. We need each other. The unraveling has already begun to spread. The Umbrals, those creatures you saw, are proof of that. And if Aurelian falls, other lost zones are sure to follow. Perhaps you will not miss the remnants or I. But what of the God's Blood mines, What of the unstable horrors that then crawl out of the void to feast upon your world?
Enough! We take your meaning. What do you suggest?
The source of this bedlam must be rooted out. As I am unable to leave the repository, we shall need another capable hand to investigate. With my guidance, of course.
I will consider your proposal. Wayfinder, return to me. We've things to discuss in the privacy of the beacon's light.
First strike I ever...
We were lucky, you know. When the beacon lit, its light destroyed that monstrosity. It's good to see you unharmed. Lord Halar and I have already begun looking into the cause of this catastrophe. We may have some theories for you to test soon, but now that we have a moment, I hoped to be candid with you. I have led the Seekers for many years now, but even when it was difficult, the way forward had always been clear. This unraveling Aurelian faces is of grave concern, however. Should other lost zones fall to chaos, there is no telling how our world might be affected. But the first, we cannot discount the threat she poses. Aurelian's collapse, the remnants, my existence, and perhaps even the gloom daggers are the result of her machinations. She is patient, cunning, and knows much more about the gloom than Lord Halar or I. One mistake on our part could prove to tip the balance of our struggle in her favor. One mistake could prove our end. But, sorry, my friend. I did not mean to subject you to my musings. Lord Halar and his Arcanists have already begun their investigations. It's time you leapt back into the fray. We have little time for decorum, and as soon as you witnessed the state of the repository of knowledge, I sent a number of Arcanists to monitor the other lost. The unraveling, as the first called it, has already spread to the Codex halls and the Undercroft. We must. Lord Halar and I will continue our investigation while you head into the field. The strange resins you found possess unique properties we believe might be the key to this catastrophe. She will attempt to contact you, no doubt. Twist you into some tool for her aims. It is all she knows. Use her if you can, but be cautious. The first may desire the preservation of the lost zones as we do for the time being, but we cannot trust. Now, head to Aurelian's other breaches. Learn what you can. With you as Skylight's sword, Aurelian will not fall. Not. Should we face one again without the beacon's light? Not sure what we will do.
Figured you'd make an appearance. Omen's bloodhound come to take all the glory again. We do the research, we do the work. But when the dust falls, the people only hear one thing. That a brute killed some monsters. And it was them that saved the day.
Please excuse Zal. It seems he's forgotten his place. Lord Halar sent us to monitor the Codex halls. The unraveling phenomenon has already spread here. I'm sure you can see. We've been taking readings, and the distortion in this part of Aurelian seems tamer thus far. There's another research team out near the Undercroft's breach. You should...
Did you know, trespasser? I knew the first moment you walked my monastery's halls. The gloom is a maelstrom, fathomless yet hungry. But you and that dagger, you are a swelling sun, scorching through layers of a blackened storm. So hostile. I'm merely curious, dear. These so-called Arcanists are little more than children playing at the primordial elements. You, however, your power, intoxicating. And still, you endure such subservience. A slave to mortal prattle, cowering around the beacon of dead gods. I merely wonder how you stomach it.
I hope you didn't come looking for answers. We've close to zilch.
I said to ease them into it fast. Ox, help me.
You think they've got time to shoot the breeze? Worlds falling apart, I'm fairly sure. Look, Wayfinder, our instruments started going haywire the moment we got within earshot of the breach. We're trying alternatives, but we've no easy way to collect any data.
Whatever's happening inside, it seems to be more concentrated than the reports from the repository. It's possible the unraveling started in the Undercraft. I'm sorry, I know that's not much to go on.
Wouldn't risk venturing within until we've gotten a better lay of the land. Suppose you could head back to the repository, though. The way I hear it, the breach over there has only grown worse.
Zal was ungrateful, disrespectful. Faust was incompetent, worse, arguably. These seekers paint a poor picture of support for one such as you. It's a wonder you ever made it to my sanctum. My point. The monastery is descending even further into chaos. The halls overrun with umbrals, and you will need to fight the Horde to slow the unraveling's course. It is a death trap of degradation and chaos. But I can be your guide, should you only let me. They know you're here, trespasser. They can sense you, see you. Find and slay these wretched umbrals before they gather any more strength. reconstructing, reassembling, chaos and order. How my blood boils watching. Bring violence to the unraveled heart of this place. This resin's primordial signature differs from the last sample you found. It is purer, more concentrated. It is possible this was in close proximity with whatever nexus or entity is responsible for the Return to your seekers. With this, I am certain even they should be capable of pointing you toward a solution. I shall remain in this contemptible cage. It is the trial of all who ascend to power, to be hindered by the fearful masses. You will see, one day, when the battle is over, yet you, their champion, their sword, remain. The people will turn on you, fear you. Then it is you, trespasser, who will be caged.
The power bound to you was... You've returned. Good. I did not want to interject into your conversations with the First. I know that she is working some angle. To be honest, I hoped she might tip her hand if we left her feeling confident enough. But now I worry the angle she's working is you. I hope what she said didn't unsettle you. I hope you know that the people here appreciate everything. A young girl gave me a flower just yesterday. She bore a scar over her right eye, a remembrance from the Shrike's last push into Lower Skylight. She told me she wants to be a seeker, to fight alongside the heroes who saved her. Wayfinders, like you. Good. We all harbor doubts from time to time. It's only natural. I only hope that when those doubts surface, you'll come to me if you need. Now, as for the unraveling, the situation in Aurelian is deteriorating. We must act soon or risk a catastrophe not unlike the fall. The first scribe was correct. The resin you've brought with you feels different. Luckily, Lord Halar has been analyzing your earlier find. Speak with him as soon... Mystery, Laura. We shall find the answer together.
You are all... Ah, good. I'm eager to get you up to speed. I've spent every waking hour since your discovery in Aurelian poring over these wondrous findings of yours. And, well, I finally cracked it. These resins, you see, they look to be made of little more than ethereal dust at a glance. But they are brimming with chaos energies. So much so, in fact, that their arcanic signature is quite unique in our world. I believe we could harness this power. Yes, much like an imbuement, really. Is it truly so strange to consider? Our goal is to find and destroy the crux of this unraveling. Whatever it may be, we know it began somewhere within Aurelian. We can therefore deduce this abominable thing exists somewhere deep within the gloom. Creating an imbuement from its very own residue should allow you to enter the layer we seek. And if your track record is to be believed, save us all. With any luck, destroying whatever crux is holding the unraveling plague together should reverse some of the damage. It'll also give me more data to study the phenomenon, but I'm always welcome here.
That imbuement. The moment you forged it, I could feel it in the air. Like palpable dread. Finish this quickly, my friend.
Here we go.
The danger isn't over yet. Return to me. We have much to discuss. Skylight has reports from our arcanists in the field suggest some of the unraveling effects have begun to subside. It seems as if we've cut the head off the snake. And yet, the body continues to writhe. Much of Aurelian remains afflicted. While we are no longer on the defensive, our work is far from done. That sliver he dropped is intriguing as well. I am not sure its purpose yet, but I feel like it is important.
Yes, do clean up all those umbrals for me. I've just made a promising breakthrough in my research, and it'd be a nuisance to have them mucking about the repository.
This can't... Near the unraveling lost zones I could understand, but for you to extend your influence so close to the beacon... You foul! Did you even care to preserve the lost zones? Or was all of this a ruse? Another attempt to escape?
Everything is a means to escape. But no. I did not wish for the end of our reality any more than you. I merely seized an opportunity. I do hope you celebrate your victory well. I shall certainly celebrate my own.
I fear we've made a grave mistake. The unraveling needed to be stopped, yes, but whatever she accomplished while we were distracted may prove an even worse threat. It's possible she utilized the loose threads in the Gloom's tapestry to widen the bars of her cage forcibly. In which case, it's good we stabilized Aurelian as soon as we— Apologies. I need to think on this all. The unraveling, the umbrals. I'm beginning to think something is commanding them. There is a silver lining, though. Lord Halar and I believe we've found something of note in the First's research. Lord Halar and I are studying the First's research. She uses 3 different systems of encryption, and combined with the arcane principles involved, it's challenging. But we've had a breakthrough.
The Beacon of Skylight is one of many. The Castellan Torch in my homeland, the Pyrolith in the Maze. Each one a well, holding the pure celestial power of the architects. We've always known of the relationship between beacons and signal fires. The ley lines that run between them carry the light of the architects and stabilize our world. I remember in the Haskala Forum, Lord Valiost, the fool, claimed that this web of light was meant to be a cage. A cage! Well, I set the record straight and—
Lord Halar, please.
Apologies. My mind does wander. The first scribe studied these webs of arcane power and found something we'd all overlooked. Something she calls a balefire.
We thought they were just another form of signal fire. However, the First's research shows that balefires are conduits within the gloom, connecting the arcane webs of different beacons. Which means—
an end to isolation. The cities that we've lost could be found. Friends that were separated could be reunited. Our beacon strengthened beyond measure.
Thanks to the First, we have located a balefire within the gloom. The traces are faint, but you should be able to follow its thread through the gloom gate. The path winds through chaos and shadow, and we cannot be sure of where it leads. But we believe that lighting this balefire will link our beacon to the region once known as the Frost March.
Yes, it's a dangerous task full of unknowns. But if we are correct, this is the first step to undoing the fall and reconnecting our broken world. Will you—
It's needed here, my friend. It's here. I can feel it. The hope of our world is lost somewhere in these shadows. to see where it leads. We've been trapped for so long, isolated by the gloom. With this victory, you've changed everything. Through the Balefire, we've reached a place we thought lost forever. The colony of Deepwood Holt in the Frost March. Though they've faced countless terrors, many of the colonists survived. We've evacuated them to the safety of Skylight. The resources of the Frost March could be vital for our survival, and we've established a seeker camp in Deepwood Holt. The survivors say there are monsters in the woods beyond Deepwood Holt. We need to learn more about these dangers, and to salvage anything we can. This is our greatest victory, my friend. You've strengthened the light of our beacon, and taken the first step to reuniting our broken world. We should celebrate. And yet, I feel a foreboding that I can't explain. This past year, I thought when we broke through the gloom, the world on the other side would be brighter. That it would be as it was before the fall. I'm afraid that was a fool's hope. The people of Deepwood Holt have been fighting to survive. Their balefire is weaker than our beacon, and the Frost March has been slowly sinking into the gloom. It's changed rather than powerful allies. We've found people in desperate need. The survivors say there are others still lost in the shrouded woods, and they speak of a deadly enemy, of reavers in the darkness. I don't mean to diminish your achievement. It may not be what we'd hoped for, but it's a crucial first step. There are resources we desperately need in the Frost March. But there is something else. Connecting our beacon to the balefire has strengthened its light. Yet I feel... I don't know what exactly. A presence. I'm trying to isolate it and learn more. Wolf has appointed Warden Rust to guard the balefire. For now, speak to Rust in Deepwood Holt. I'm sure he needs your help.
Welcome to Deepwood Holt, Wayfinder. Or what's left of it. This was an Avar logging camp. It was also my home. I was in Skylight during the fall, and the gloom trapped me there this past year. Seeing Deepwood like this breaks my heart. So many of my friends are dead, and the survivors are in shock. Something's been hunting them. They talk about reavers and knives in the shadows. We've evacuated the survivors to Skylight, but so many are still missing. Lost in the woods, taken by these reavers. You need to recover supplies, and to save anyone you can. Please.
Pardon the interruption, Rust, but I do think something of an introduction is in order. I am Malon Sol, Reeve of Deepwood Holt, and you are the hero who brought the beacon's light, no? I wanted to thank you in person, and express that whatever you or the Seekers need, I am here to help. Likewise. Now I am sure you have much to do. I shan't distract you any longer. Farewell.
I remember Malon. To be honest, I never liked him much. But I guess a year of strife could change anyone. In any case, we have more important things to discuss than the Reeve. There are a few survivors who've chosen to stay and help, and a few who refuse to leave. If you run into the old woman, leave her alone. Just trust me on that. We're rebuilding and fortifying the Holt. Most of the survivors urged us to abandon the Frost March, but I'm sure you can handle what's out there. Arcs guide you, Wayfinder.
The woods around you are caught between the gloom and reality. There's no telling what dangers lie ahead. The energies of this place are deeply disturbing. I'm afraid that we've opened a door we cannot close. I need you to go deeper. I need to see what power is waiting in these woods.
Hello again.
Did you hear something?
feel like I've seen this before.
This looks like trouble. This beast is charged with arcanic energy. This is more than just the power of the world.
Little Echo, but I can restrain him for a moment. Quickly, come now. Come to Grey Morn. It's time that we talk. Can help you, Little Echo. But you must prove you're worth the effort. Light lingers nearby, bound to old stone. Can you sense it?
Just remembered something. You are drawn to the old powers. Good. Find the spark that lingers here and seize it. The power is part of you now. Find the ancient heartstones and charge them with this light.
The restless spirits are drawn to the light. Take the spot to the threshold stone. No, no! What is this? I thought... It does not matter now. Come to Greymorn, little Echo. Let us speak properly. Come, Echo. Don't be afraid. Little Echo. As I thought, an echo of a fallen champion. You walk between worlds, little Echo, and you are on a dangerous path. The wind and trees call me grandmother. The Archons called me witch before I strung them among the trees. In this place, you will call me Greymorn. You've already strayed from the path of safety. Killing Marrow once, that could have been overlooked. But killing him twice, I could feel it even here. Indeed, Marrow is the immortal familiar of the ruler of this land. King Otterok won't allow Marrow to die, but he feels each blow. If I could sense your battle, his eye is surely upon you. The Reaver King is coming for you. You'd best be ready. The roots of the Frost March are older than your empire or your maze. There is a power in this place, far greater than your architects. A force that's been twisted by this gloom. You and I, we share a common foe. When the shroud spread across the wood, the Reavers came with it. Blood soaks the soil, and the spirits suffer. The Reavers are relentless and cruel. They catch innocents in their snares and drag them back to their bone orchard. Once, your Deepwood settlers were spread far and wide. The Reavers came with the shroud and slaughtered them in the shadows. The Reavers could have utterly destroyed Deepwood Holt. Instead, they let your people linger, savoring their pain and fear. My appearance frightens you, yes? I am tied to this land, and like the Reavers, I have been twisted by the gloom. I am safe in this place. I cannot fall further while I am here, but I cannot care for the spirits and the land. That is why I need you, little Echo, to be my eyes and my hands. And if you want your people to live, you need me. They are all around us, intertwined with the earth and the air, the immortal children of the heart of the woods. The spirits are tied to the land and the life within it. When the living are in pain, the spirits suffer with them. Once the woodwind tended the spirits and kept the balance. Now there are no woodwind, only Reavers. But their king grows stronger with each dark day. I can feel him seething and scheming. I would know more of his plans, and you will help me. You have opened a door, knowing nothing of what lies beyond. Without my help, The Reavers will destroy your skylight. I need your eyes, you need my knowledge. So go now. There is a Reaver camp near here. Find it, and I will guide you.
Be careful, my friend. I do not trust this Greymorn. The tools she's assembled, the energies in her chamber. She's not harnessing the gloom, but she commands powers I don't fully understand. For now, yes, she clearly knows a great deal about the threats we will face here, and we may well need her aid. However, we cannot trust her yet.
It feels strange.
The energies here are foul. Seek their source. Oh, Ogeron, what have you done? I must know more. Enter the shrouded woods, little Harry. The Reavers are littering the land with their totems. Find them and destroy them.
You shouldn't have pushed me!
shouldn't have pushed me!
Now that you have returned, let me study your shadow and see what those totems have done to you. You are a spirit yourself, an echo of someone lost to the shadows. You catch the echoes of those you defeat, reshaping your essence. The totems are made to affect the spirits of this land. They can't hurt you, but they've left traces I can read. I recognize the magic in these totems. I taught the mystics who carved them. But these are bitter thorns, slow poison corrupting the land and its spirits. Even if I could leave this place. No, I am tired of battles. Leave me to ponder the death of this world. If I stay in my hollow, perhaps I alone will survive. Why should I? Autoret knows better than to threaten me, and burdening myself with your needs gains me nothing. I will do only this for you, Echo. I will remember you when you're gone.
Return to Warden Rust. Despite this unfortunate turn, we still need to learn more about the threat posed by these